The once and future queen.
Shh.
Okay, Jenna was right. She read Once and Future Queen and then told me to read it, and I was like, okay, it's on the list, it's on the list, it's on the list. But it starts out present day, and Vera runs a bed and breakfast with her family.
Cornwall.
And nearby are, ancient ruins.
These are ruins specifically connected to the Arthurian legend, to Camelot, King Arthur, all that stuff. And those really exist. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah. So she is, just living her life. She goes on a run every morning. She's very active. She's very close with her parents. She's an only child. And she's like 24. And one day, the Merlin, shows up and is like, hi, I'm super glad that you have had a wonderful life here. But we have to talk to you because you are King Arthur's queen. And we need you to come back to 600 something.
Yeah, back to Camelot.
Back to Camelot to fix the magic, because the magic is dwindling and whatever. And she's like, come again, sir? And she's looking at her mom, and her mom's like shaking, and she's like,
it's true.
Yeah, honey, it's true.
So Merlin tells her, you gotta come back.
Here's the kicker, though. Father is ill. He's being treated for cancer. And she's like, well, how long am I going to be gone? Because like, I need to be here to like help my mom and help with the inn and help my dad. And Merlin's like, okay, listen, come for a year. And if you want to come back, I will bring you back. So this is like Outlander kind of vibes. Like, it's modern. Yes. And then she goes back knowing everything. Like, it's not like she goes back in time and then doesn't know about the present day.
Yes.
So when she goes, she grabs some very questionable things. We've talked about this, like,
I know,
running shoes, underwear. Why didn't she bring deodorant? or like penicillin?
Flashlight, lip gloss, feminine products.
Yeah, so she brings a photo of her parents, a pair of running shoes, and some underwear, because she's like not trusting medieval underwear. Well, she had like 10 minutes. Okay, I don't know. Running shoes were important. So they go back, and so she has to pretend that she doesn't know what she knows of the future. And also she's like, dang, I really wish I would have studied more of the history.
So Vera is now back in Camelot.
And now she's Guinevere.
Queen
Guinevere.
And she meets King Arthur
and
Lancelot.
See, and this is what we're talking about, side characters. I was like, in with Lancelot.
Did you not love him?
Immediately.
Good.
Lancelot in this book is like full on golden retriever.
He's awesome.
He is a golden retriever guy. Yeah, he's great. Because King Arthur is like being very standoffish, and she's like, this is really weird, because they're married. They're a married couple, and she's like, nice to meet you, husband.
But he grows on you.
Oh yeah.
I was frustrated with him a lot too, because he was so like,
well, you find out later why.
We find out why, yes.
And I think if some character is going to be a jerk, but then you understand the why later, and like he comes around, it's forgivable.
What did you rate the Once and Future Queen?
5 stars.
Really?
Yeah, full 5.
Yay!
I mean, full 5 stars.
It's got adventure. It's got good character development.
Female main character is like very relatable.
Very relatable. And it's charming. There's some really charming scenes. And you are pulling for all the characters.
Yeah.
But then there's a little mystery, like what's going on with the magic. And then there are a few characters, I'm not going to name names, that I start off with one impression of them, and then my impression changes.
And you flip and you flop.
Yeah.
And even at the end, you're like, ooh, who do I trust?
Who do I trust?
If you are a person that liked Outlander at all, I think you would like this. Okay, I can't. We gotta talk about spoilers. I gotta know.
Editing Aubrey is here. I just wanted to pop in really quickly before we get into major spoilers. Paula Lafferty called in and joined our book club discussion, and we were able to ask her some really awesome questions. She is so kind and so funny. It just felt like we have known her forever. She was one of the girls, and she did tell us, this has been my dream. I just want people to be sitting around a table discussing my story and my book. We're like, girl, we are. If you have read the book, go on to spoilers and then go watch that. Okay? Happy reading.
Spoilers from here on out. So if you haven't,
we haven't had a chance to talk about this at all. Okay, how funny was she taught them how to play poker, and that's how the Knights of the Round Table came about. She's like, oh, did I just do that?
Yes. It was, there were so many scenes like that, and then when he's teaching her to dance for solstice.
Yeah.
And then her going running with Lancelot.
Lancelot.
People are like, "That's a thing you run," and she's like, "Oh
and she's
yeah."
like sneaking her like modern day running shoes like under
her dresses.
the tailor. He was great.
Making her the dresses.
Yes, and she's like, "Oh, doesn't he need to get my measurements?" And
he's like,
King
"No."
Arthur's like, "No, he got it." And then everything he gives her is just like amazing. She wanted pockets.
She pockets. Give me
Girl,
pockets.
we all want. Every woman with a dress wants pockets.
Pockets.
Okay, the other really funny thing. So she teaches them how to play like some silly games. Like she teaches them
rock paper, scissors.
On one of the runs with Lancelot, like goes to give him a high five, and he's like, "Ah!" like she's gonna hit him, and she's like, "No, put your palm up," and then they do that, and then later King Arthur is like, does it like puts his hand up to her, and Lancelot's like, "No, that's our thing."
Since we're doing spoilers, I started the book thinking one thing about like Merlin and what's going on.
Oh.
By the end of the book, I'm like, Merlin, you are so sus. I think, are you the bad guy?
Okay, here's I heard you say that before. You were like, I don't know how I feel about Merlin. Here's what I think.
What do you think?
I think Merlin, he will do whatever means necessary to get to what he believes is the end goal, and in this case, it's to restore the magic. And everyone is expendable. So he makes some really questionable choices for all people involved. So I don't think he's a bad character, but he's not a good character either.
Well, at the end, when she brings Arthur back to life, he's nowhere to be seen. Like he's poof, he's gone. And that's another thing. I'm like, well, where'd you go, buddy? Aren't you supposed to be here making sure that they are all... What exactly happened with Vera that she had to be sent?
My understanding is that Vivian was so charismatic that Genevieve was kind of taken, not under spell. It wasn't like she was...
You mean Guinevere?
Guinevere. What did I say?
Genevieve.
Me and names, I swear. Guinevere actually betrayed the kingdom and betrayed King Arthur. And she's like, that's the whole reason why they bring her back. Because they're like, we need you to remember why you did that so that we could fix this. Okay? And then there's an explosion and she dies, and Merlin somehow is able to like take her life essence. And what we find out later is that he was able to split it up. If she had 3 separate souls that lived 3 different times. Well, anyways, our version of Guinevere that comes back is the 3rd, and the first one just kind of went nuts. The second one yeeted herself out the window.
Yeah.
And
now there's Vera.
And that's why we find out that King Arthur is like so holding her at arm's length, because whenever they get like romantic, he thinks that the pattern is when they get romantic because they have chemistry. And so she's trying to like, can we do this thing? And he's like, no, because I don't want you to, it seems to trigger something in you that makes you like get depressed and manic and whatever.
Yes. And I think it's the guilt. I think the underlying implication is that for the other two, yes, there might have been something inherently wrong with their, like, if it's a clone, maybe they weren't a perfect clone or whatever. But I think a lot of it is guilt and the emotional instability that led to that. And he thinks this Guinevere is stronger and more able to...
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she is. But there's also like some questionable things. Like Merlin really wants them to like fall back in love. So he's giving them both like love potions to like, woo! Come on, let's do the thing. And so then they both find it out and they're like, okay, we have to stop, because like they're not able to consent for their own feelings because they're being influenced by Merlin.
Yeah.
And also Arthur truly did love Guinevere, and if this Guinevere dies, this will be the 4th time that he sees his wife that he loves die.
And this is the last time.
And he's like, it is not worth it.
There's
no more chances.
There's no more chances. Like if she dies, if Vera dies, that's it. Kaput. She's
okay.
dead.
Remind me about how Arthur died at the end. I know that was very important.
There was an explosion they were traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
And there was a fair, and then there was a big explosion of some sort, and then Vera was able to save him.
With a power that she didn't know she had, it just manifested.
And I'm trying to remember who set off the explosion, if it was rebels or if it was like Vivian's followers. I don't remember. It's been so long.
We're gonna have to do like a last 100-page reread.
Yeah.
Before the next book, because I was just like,
Yeah.
He's got to be okay. What?
Yes. But this is the first book in a series. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Ooh, if you haven't seen this is going to be exciting. Published date January 12th, 2027.
My goodness. That's so. But no, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, what a great thing to look forward to in 2027 already.
I know.
January
In
2027.
January. Okay, January 2027 is going to start with a bang. I can feel it in my bones. So that's our recommendation. Run, run, run. Go read it. All right. Well, happy reading.
Yay. This is so fun.
It is fun and it's cold.
We haven't gotten hit by a soccer ball yet.
Not yet.
We were close once.